So now we want to add something to our drop-down, but we have to actually fetch the data first. So let me go and go back to the mentor tool. So the combo box shouldn't know anything about fetching data. It should just be a standalone class. And so it's got to get its input from the mentor tool here. And we're going to use AJAX to fetch the list of departments and the list of mentors from the MySQL database. And then we're going to send the list of department names over to the combo box. And we're going to use AJAX to fetch the data. And so we need to make sure the combo box exists before we start AJAX going so that we can send the department list when it's ready. But then there's another gotcha here because the department list has a bunch of mentor IDs, and then the mentor ID is a foreign key into the mentor table. So we should fetch the mentor table first and then set up a data structure where we can quickly map mentor IDs to mentor objects. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to call fetch mentors. And then fetch mentors will fetch the mentor list, and then when the mentor list is fetched, then it will fetch the department list. And then when the department list is fetched, then it's going to set the items in the combo box. So fetch mentors is going to set some variables. So I want to have a list of mentors, and I also want to have mentor IDs object, which is going to match the ID for each mentor to the mentor object in the mentors array. And then I'm also going to have a departments array. And let's see how this is going so far. So I'm going to use $.getJSON, which is a jQuery method, and you give it the URL that you want to fetch. I think I still have that up here. So here's the, oh, I don't have it still. Okay, well, it's localhost / mentors, and there's mentors.php. So this is the URL for the data that I want to fetch. And then you can give it a function that gets called when the data's arrived. So function data, and then when I have the data, I'm going to set mentors equal to data, and then I'm going to create a new mentor ID object. And then mentors.forEach. So for each mentor, I'm going to set mentor IDs sub mentor.id equal to mentor. So this will build basically a hash table where I can go in with the mentor ID and come out with the mentor that has that ID. And then when I have all that done, then I'm going to go ahead and call fetch departments. And then fetch departments is going to look really similar. So it's going to use the getJSON method of jQuery. And these are both AJAX calls. And this one is departments.php. And the function here is going to set departments equal to data. And then I want to pass in just a list of the strings so that, once again, I don't want my combo box to have to know about department objects. I just wanted to know about an array of strings. So I'm going to call a method on combo. So this var combo here, I'm going to move this to the top because that's where it would end up anyhow. And then I'm going to call combo.setItems, and I want to pass it in an array of department names. So that's going to be departments.map return department.depth. So this is the department name. For each item in departments, it's going to take that object, it's going to look up the department, return that, and then the result of this map method is going to be a new array of just the department strings. So now on this side, I have to implement a setItems method, and it's going to take an item list and it's got to do something to it. So what I'm going to do is basically loop through this item list one at a time. I'm going to create a new div of type combo item selected, and I'm going to add it to the selection box. But before I do that, I want to make sure the selection box is empty. So let's call selection box.empty. So another jQuery method. And then item list.map, or for each. Let's create a variable called item div. So item div is equal to a new div tag class equal combo item selected. I'm sorry, combo item unselected. And then item div dot text is going to be item. So that's going to create a new item div, and then I'm going to tell my selection box to append the item div. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. Reload. Got an error, so let's take a look. Oh, unexpected token semicolon. So yeah, I'm missing the closing paren here. So fetch departments. Right. So this paren matches that paren, and then I need one more paren here. Oh, and I got my little drop down. So my department list is showing up in here. And if I go ahead and put a breakpoint on this line and hit reload, I should be able to see my mentors and my mentor IDs and my departments. So, for example, departments sub 0 is adult basic education with mentor ID 10, and then mentor IDs sub 10 is Laura Sanders.